What's up, guys? I'm gonna do this reaction video. So let's get started.
Because it felt like I was asking him for too much. Guys, I'm reacting to this video because I saw that it had over 1 million views and there was some stuff that needed to be talked about. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
They're really right when they say that when you are with the right person, you will never feel like you are asking them of too much. And I am currently dealing with someone to where I think asking him of anything is asking too much.
Okay, guys, so right off the bat, it's easy to hear people but not listen to what they're saying. She says, when you're with the right person, then you can never ask them for too much. That's just not true. Yes, you can. You can ask the right person for you, which is the person who you decide is for you, right? There's no such thing as soulmates. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee.
And you can definitely ask that person of too much. Listen, guys, this video had over 1 million views and a bunch of women who agreed with this. And this is the mindset of a lot of people approaching dating today, is that there's some person who your expectations and what you expect of them will not be too much. It definitely can be too much for the person who is your person, right? Let's keep listening.
I always think that with modern day dating, people are way too selfish. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. People expect perfection, especially women. They always think that, if he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that, he doesn't, like, there's always deficiencies that women see. And that's the thing where they expect that this shouldn't be, right? There shouldn't be something wrong, right? I shouldn't be asking for too much. He should be, if I want a car, he should be giving it. If I want my bills paid, he should be giving it. If I want attention, he should be giving it. So on and so on. Things that I want shouldn't be too much for the man that is perfect for me. And I think this is the difference between men and women, especially modern day men and women, where men just know that they're not asking for too much. They're not asking for much at all. Mainly, a lot of men want, a girl with a decent personality, average looks, maybe a little bit better, but loyal and loving. Women have just constantly a laundry list of expectations for a man. What a man should be, what a man should look like, what a man should do, how a man's future should be. And this is the thing where they're coming at it with pretty much a sign that it's going to fail because they expect perfection. It's like, this is not working. He's decent, he's nice, he does all this stuff, but still lacking. I guarantee you a lot of modern day marriage now is failing, not because of cheating, not even because of finances, not totally, but I think a big deal is just women's not feeling it. She's not feeling you no more. She's not, she's not in love with you like that. She doesn't, she's not excited like that. She's bored. It's just that it's not perfect. Things are just not what she wants. So she's not feeling it. That's the destruction of modern day relationships and marriages right now, where women just don't feel it. And because they expect certain things, right? They expect it to be the whole Prince Charming, magical, happily ever after. Everything is perfect. No more about working hard for that relationship anymore. Because it shouldn't be hard, right? The thing is, it shouldn't be hard. This shouldn't be this hard. But sometimes it's not that easy. And it's definitely not perfect.
I know I'm not, because I'm actually asking for the bare minimum. So something that I really value in relationships is consistent communication. And surprisingly enough, this person does not give me consistent communication. So earlier this week, I had made the decision to sit down with him and tell him in person that I needed consistent communication in order to feel safe and secure in this relationship. Side note, another way that I know that this person is not right for me is because I spent days planning this speech that I was going to give where I feel like if it was the right person, I would just be able to openly share my feelings with him and not feel like I'm walking on eggshells, being afraid to say the wrong thing and scare him away. But anyways, the day came and I finally sat down with him. I got the courage to start the conversation, and I tried my best to not put all the blame on him. So I worded it more so in terms of like, it hurts me when I'm ignored, or it hurts me when we go days without talking to one another, because like I said, I didn't want to attack him, even though it 100% is all on him. Conversation went well. It seemed like he took it in a good way. He said, "Thank you. I really appreciate you telling me that." And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what happens. This boy.
Oh, come on.
Insult.
Here come the insults. Let's go.
Lasted 2 days. 2 days. Texting me and following through with my need for consistent communication. The first day, I did not hear from him until 11:15 p.m. I actually woke up to that text because I had do not disturb on my phone and I was already sleeping. And then the second day, I actually only heard from him because I had a question that I needed to ask him, and then he responded. And then did not hear from him at all yesterday, and I heard from him again today, claiming that he was super, super busy. And again, this just really solidifies to me that this is clearly not the right person for me, because if he valued me, at least in the slightest, he would make it a priority to make sure that he makes contact with me at least once a day, because I told him that it makes me anxious and worried when I go days without hearing from him. And honestly, I feel like asking for daily communication / acknowledgement is not a big ask at all. But since this is the wrong person, I honestly am made to feel like I am asking for so much. And that is not fair to me.
Okay, so the wrong person, and you're looking for the right person who, no matter what you ask, there's no such thing as too much. What's obviously happening here in this situation, guys, is this woman is shooting outside of her league. Now, you may say, well, how do you know that, Shisha? Well, because there are 1 million views on this video and a bunch of people who agree with her. Plus, I actually remember this chick from a video I did a while back where she said, I am not willing to lower my standards, probably delusional expectations of the type of man I deserve, just because that man is better for me, good for me. I basically want what I want. And she was like, I'm done dating. Most women share that same sentiment. It's like they're chasing after men who they believe they qualify for and giving up on dating overall and thinking they're no good men. But if you look at the type of man a lot of these chicks want, it's like this man has options and you are just another difficult woman who he can't keep it real with and say, I expect this, this, and that. He's already seen your personality. He's just using you for what he can, and that's most likely the cheeks. But in case you don't believe me, here's the video of her saying it herself. Let's get it.
Tonight I came to the conclusion.
I want to say this, right? A lot of women, one, don't understand that. I want to preface that, you know what? Whatever she wants is what she wants. If this man is not right for her, fine. And there's no shame in, like, you know, breaking it up and moving on. But what I will say is that she might have problems for believing in this fallacy. That, one, I believe that she didn't bring any value to this man. She, because you gotta think, right? She expected something from him. She wanted something from him, right? Constant communication, whatever. No say is that, what does she bring to him? What value does she bring to him? What does she... A lot of times women think that just because of my looks and just because of my box, right? You know, my sexual access, that should be good enough for a man to give me what I asked for. And then you become just in the category of sex. And for a man, like you will, like she says, Ed will pretty much show, is that this type of woman probably going for a type of man that he will have plenty of options. So if you are in the category of only sex, Well, if he loses you, he loses you. He's not that bothered. He will move on. Because he has the options to choose the next woman. You will might not have the same amount of options of the type of man that you want. Because again, women have plenty of options of men. It don't mean that they have plenty of options of men that they want. So that might be the problem right there, where this is a man that she wants, but he just wasn't completely giving her the attention that she wants as well. And that's probably because he saw very little value in her. Why would he give her more attention when she didn't, in his eyes, she doesn't deserve it? This is the thing what women don't understand. This is probably the difference in dating dynamic, where guessing, but maybe let's give an example where he's like a stockbroker, shit like that, right? He's like good looking, tall, wealthy, relatively young. Okay, so his status is up here, while she is relatively cute. She's probably a 6, not this one, maybe the last one, like about a good 7. So really he's not bothered by losing a 6, because he probably has plenty of 6s that wants to be with him. He probably has all 7s and 8s that wants to be with him. So this is the thing where women don't understand, that they expect a whole lot from men, but they give very little to those men that they are very expectant of, right? That they want, that they have these high expectations for. So I think that's the fallacy and the terrible shaky road that modern day women are going for, because now they see their value is so high. So right here, like we probably show, that she won't settle for a below average man or average to below average man, because most average women are really not interested in average men. And average men can be a lot of, like, above average men can be a lot of things, right? Men that's really good, men that are tall, men that are wealthy, men that are handsome, men that are charming, funny, talk to women well. Those are above average men, because men in general are not good in those categories. Okay, so
that I am officially done pursuing any sort of relationship. I am so tired of thinking it's gonna work out with someone and then it doesn't work. Like, there's literally no point for me anymore to even try, because one, it's very rare that I find someone that I actually feel like opening up to, and once I do open up to someone, like, I assume that they feel the same way about me as I do about them. And then what ends up happening is I just end up getting hurt, because I love really, really hard and I just choose the wrong people. And unfortunately, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have it in me to find someone that is healthy or good for me. Like, I obviously want that, but that's not what I'm attracted to. And so I'm not
I'm not attracted to what's healthy and good for me.
I'm not gonna sell for someone that I'm not attracted to just because they're good for me. And I know that sounds really bad.
I want you guys to make sure you heard that. I'm not. It's like some Inception shit right here. I'm not gonna settle for someone who I'm not, necessarily as attracted to because they're good for me. So this guy knows what he's talking about. Times in life, you have to choose. You have to compromise what's good for you for the way someone makes you.
That's the thing, right? She was saying that she won't, when she said she won't have to what was it in the beginning, that if the person that's right for her, it won't feel like she's asking for too much. But that feeling probably won't ever change, because what's the common denominator? It's the type of men you're attracted to. you are attracted to those type of men. That's why you consistently having problems, because the type of men you are attracted to that you just can't change, right? Because it seems like she's attracted to a very distinct type of men. So, you know, that's the issue. Those type of men, well, they don't see a whole lot of value in her, or she doesn't give a whole lot of value to them. So these men don't see the need to really do a whole lot, say a whole lot, put a whole lot of effort in, because she's probably attracted to, you know, like I said, the top percent of men, just like a whole lot of women.
You feel. That's again, right. Guys, it's nothing to do with being 50 or
like single and alone and in peace than ever get into something ever again where I'm the one that's left.
Okay, so how does this help you? Well, number one, obviously, man, if you are a guy right now who works on yourself, improves, builds yourself up to be a man in that top echelon percent, then you have every woman who looks at you and says, like, I deserve that. Literally every woman, regardless. All shapes and sizes, different cultures, background. As long as they're modern women, they will flock to you. Now, let's say you're not that guy. Well, in that case, you want to really be aware as you date out here. Make sure you're not dealing with the type of woman who comes and approach the relationship situation with you like she's doing you a favor. Like, oh, I'm settling with you. Because chances are all these chicks have a man who they can settle with. And it's not settling, it's the man that's probably right for them if they have the right mindset. Of course, we're talking about cooperative and non-modern, more traditional type mindset. You just got to be aware here, man. You got to understand this stuff. And it takes a bit of thinking. You can't just jump into the dating market because it's crazy. People out here are delusional. But as always, guys,
this is the thing. Like I was saying, that yeah, you like these information is that these videos that I make and other people make, it's more about, one, you learn, it shows you, right, what's the dating market, what's out there, what you may encounter, what kind of, you know, what the thinking of some women, maybe majority of women, so you know how to go about things, how to navigate, right, the dating market, or even life in general. So because in life there's men and women, you know, most men pretty much know how to navigate with men, but they might not know how to navigate with women. So it's just like you learn that, okay, yeah, one, I need to know what red flags are out there, what red flags I should look at, or, you know, also become, I promote it, right? Be the best version of yourself. And if you can be the best version of yourself, there's a high percent chance that you will be a top pick. Maybe not, I don't know, top percent of men, but, you know, it always will increase your chances, at least, right? Increase your opportunities, or even just change your state of mind of, you know, the world, of the dating market, stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, this is the thing with, you know, you gotta deal with, where women are out there that sometimes you will have to deal with women like this, where, you know what, you're not necessarily the problem. It's women. A lot of times it's the women. Because like this right here, if a good, decent man came up to her, hit on her, wanted to take her out, stuff like that, and she turns you down, or she takes you on their offer, but, you know, later on just not that interested, because she was never really that interested. She gave a chance to you, tried to settle for you, but she just couldn't, because you weren't her type. And I've heard so many stories of, like, women saying, oh, she settled for him, she tried to settle for him, if she could get a better man, she would. That's things that, you know, we as men should look out for and understand and know that there are women out there like that. So, yeah. That's it. Hope you guys like it. What do you guys think? Other than that, later, guys.